It's me, Roger. I'm back again to make a little video where I reveal all my little secrets. Do you have clean hands? You're subscribed, so let's not waste any more time. Today we're here to make a new bread, a white bread using a starter. It adds flavor, creates some air pockets, and results in a lighter bread that's more enjoyable to eat and keeps a bit better. So let's get started right away with the starter. Alright, here we go to start with the starter. First, we need to make the starter. So I put the water in a basin with a little bit of yeast that we need. Next, I take a whisk and I dilute the yeast and I incorporate the flour that I'm also going to mix with the whisk. There you go. Once it's well mixed, we can see that there are no more lumps. It's a dough. I can't say smooth because you would have to work it well for that, but well mixed. I'm going to cover it with enough water and wait. I'll see you in an hour. An hour has passed. We've made this starter and we can see that it has started to rise. I'm just going to give it a little stir like this. Whisk. I'm going to cover it again with some cling film. And I'm going to put it in the fridge until tomorrow, then about 12 to a dozen pieces, 10 to 12 hours. There. And I find you tomorrow to make the dough with this starter. So, to summarize, we need flour of the starter, of course, water, sugar, salt, and baker's yeast, brewer's yeast. We're going to start kneading this dough right away. So we start with the flour. After water. And we're going to spin this 2 minutes just to mix the water and the flour. I'll see you in a bit. And then we're going to let this rest for an hour. And I'll see you in an hour. So there you go. It's been an hour that our dough, along with the flour, rest. So in there, I'm going to add the yeast. And our starter. Nothing else for now. There you. And we're going to run this on first speed for 6 minutes. And I'll see you in 6 minutes. For the second step of the dough, the first speed is up. At the end I add the sugar. I seal it. And I'm going to run this for 6 minutes. In third gear, we'll meet again in approximately 6 minutes. Here we go now. Kneading is done. I'm putting some flour in a bowl. A little bit here to make it easier to take it out. With a cloth for half an hour, and I'll see you in half an hour. 5 minutes now. We can see that our dough well risen. We're just going to fold it like this and make a ball again. There. A little bit of flour, and we are going to let it covered for another hour. I'll see you in an hour. So here we are. It's been an hour since our dough has been rising. We can see that it has risen well. It's a beautiful dough. I will to go out for shaping. So since I have approximately about 1 kilo of dough here, we're just going to make 2 loaves. 1 round and 1 long. So, for the round one, as usual, as always, we consistently take the outer edges and carefully bring them to the very center of the structure to make a little bit of flour. Still, it's sticking a little. There you go. It's the easiest way for you to make a nice bowl. And there you go. A nice ball. And the other one, we're going to make a long loaf. So we're going to shape it like I showed you several times. We fold it over on top. We carefully tuck in the edges and fold again. Until we reach the end of the dough. And then we squeeze with the thumbs. To give it a shape, elongated. You go. So we have 2 here, not well balanced. The places, what are we gonna even rise well? I'm going to cover this with a soft cloth. And wait about half an hour for it to rise. We'll meet again in about half an hour. Now, we can see that our breads have risen nicely. So I'm going to make one where I'll add a bit of flour to give it a rustic look. And the other one, we're going to leave it like that. We're just going to make a cut with a knife that cuts extremely well. A single cut on each one, so not too deep. There we go, with a quick cut, up, and it's done. And now, we're going to put it in an oven at 220 degrees. That we will lower to 180 for a duration of 40 minutes. The recipe first, the starter. You will need 220 grams of white or semi-white flour, depending on your choice. 220 grams of water and 5 grams of baker's yeast. The next day, to make the dough, you will need 450 grams of flour, 220 grams of water, 5 grams of sugar, 10 grams of yeast, 8 g of salt, and of course the starter. So my fork, I'm putting my breads inside with some steam. A little more steam, just this time I'm going to add a bit more. And in a convection oven at 180 degrees. We'll meet again in 40 minutes. Our bread is baked. It's been 40 minutes that it's been in there. We're going to take it out. And there you have it, 2 beautiful loaves of bread. These 2 beautiful loaves of bread, you can see right away that it's cooked. And there you go. All that's left is to let them cool on a rack, of course, before tasting them. So here we are today. We made these 2 loaves of bread. It's white bread made with a starter that adds a lot of flavor. I wish you a good appetite and see you soon for another bread. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now you know how to do it. Go ahead, do it. It's not difficult. And I'll see you soon for the next video. Goodbye. Don't forget to give a little thumbs up. Subscribe. Share my videos. And thank you to leave a comment.